Hello, welcome to another episode of Will There Be Cake? Woo, woo, woo. My name is Amber Simpson, and my co-host here with me today and every day.
So far.
We'll see what the rest of the year.
Did you say your name?
us.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so I'm Robert.
That's Robert.
Cool.
I'm Amber.
Solid.
And this is Will There Be Cake? Wow.
Nice.
Jinx, you owe me a cake.
Oh, got him. Me. Got me.
What's today?
I don't know.
Robert?
You know.
No, like, what's the date?
Well, the date is April 4th.
April 4th. Yes.
And what do you celebrate on April 4th? What holiday?
Apparently, you celebrate Tell a Lie Day.
Now, why would that be a holiday, Amber?
I really don't know. This holiday is the first one that we've done that doesn't have an origin. The origin is unknown.
But it was on multiple websites.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
So how did
And there's so many memes for it. Okay, but it's there's unknown origin, so that person who created
came
it
up with it?
was a liar.
He's just a bad guy. He just needed an excuse.
He just needed an excuse. He's like, we're just going to make this up. Don't tell anyone.
That's so weird.
And what's weird about it is it comes a few days after, if you listen to, if you just skipped episodes. But if you listen to our first episode, it was April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. So it's kind of like that. It's a holiday to celebrate trickery and lying, which you could say that's what April Fool's Day is, kind of.
Yeah, that's what's weird. It's like only a few days later, and all of a sudden
Right.
you're lying to people again.
And then, fun fact, a few weeks from today is Honesty Day.
Jesus.
So all these lies and
Something's going on with
and,
April. Some dude in April did something.
Yeah, he's
just trying to cover his tracks.
Maybe that's why there's so many Nazi quotes.
That's true. So
Maybe
Amber,
the Nazis created.
I mean, Amber searched Tell a Lie Day on Google.
Yeah, and for some reason I got the images to come up. I don't know how I even clicked on it, but I'm like, oh, what are these quotes?
And a lot of them are quotes by famous Nazis.
Yeah.
Including
Oh,
Hitler and
let me-
Goebbels.
Yeah, Goebbels says, if you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it.
I mean, I get it.
guess.
So then,
Goebbels-
shouldn't this be a bad day then?
It should be. And then Hitler said, if you tell a big enough lie, it seems like the
same
words,
lie.
and tell it frequently enough, it will be believed. It's the same quote. I think someone's just confused on which Nazi
Said it.
said it. And
What's
in
that
which
other
way.
one? Is that another Nazi up there?
Is this a Nazi?
Yeah, that one.
No, it's the same guy.
Oh, okay. Let's play that game.
Which Nazi
Which one?
is this?
So then, yeah. So, I mean, obviously lying in general is frowned upon. Most people don't
Right.
like lying.
So it's not really about lying. It's not a celebration of lying, but the acknowledgement that lying is a part of life. And sometimes people lie to make others feel better. So,
Okay.
white lies.
So do you think in general, would you rather hear the truth if you're asking something in the sense of a lot of people jokingly say oh, do I look fat in this dress or something like that? Would you want to hear the truth? Or would you want somebody to kind of lie, a little white lie, and be like, yeah, that dress looks nice, or whatever, even if they don't think so?
I don't know, because I'm not the kind of person to ask that kind of question. First, I
Right.
don't wear dresses. But if I was, I have before been like, does this outfit look good?
Right.
And to me, I expect you to be honest because I'm asking you. I'm never asking you to lie to me. I don't understand that.
Would there
People do
be anything I know that even with the podcast, because we do a lot of podcasts here, and I write a lot of the fictional stuff. If I wrote some of the fictional stuff, and I've had a lot of people especially friends, they're like, oh no, it's good, everything's good. I always wonder if they're lying to me and just trying to build me up and be
Right.
like, good job, keep
Which
it going.
kind of sucks though, right?
Right. I'll kind of want to know the truth.
Right.
But then if 20 people told me they hated it, then it's
Has
all right.
anyone ever been truthful with you and been like, I mean, I've told you that I hate some of them. I'm not going to
Yeah, but not in the
I
sense
guess
of...
I should lie. I love every single one of your
Okay.
podcasts.
Yeah,
Robert.
listen to them now.
You were
Go to
the-
7lamb.com.
They're so, all of them are great. No, they are. They're
No, but
they are.
listen.
To me personally, they're not all great, but
Right.
a lot of people like some of them that I don't like. So
right. No, I'm not. I understand that not all the podcasts, especially all the episodes, are that great. So I understand that, And, you know, when you get reviews, like some people are like, this one's too short, or this one, the story sucked, or this one, the acting sucked, or this one, like whatever it is. I'm just like, okay, like I get it.
Yeah,
but I still want people to tell
me.
Yeah.
Right, you want people's opinions.
Yeah.
But not everything is for everyone. So.
I've never really asked anybody about like what I was wearing, if it was
that's
something.
weird.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else really that I don't know.
I mean, again, white lies to me, they're not too bad. It just depends. It's a white lie. So, and it's the only acceptable form in most like religions, cultures, and societies. Because I mean, there's some things that they need a. The biggest one, I think, biggest white lie that people tell is like canceling plans or not hanging out with someone.
Right.
That
happens a lot.
Right. Which I think is acceptable, because it's hard for people to be like, either no, I don't want to hang out with you, or no, like I really just want to stay in and read a book.
Right.
Because people think you're lying and there's something else up anyway. So
no, I mean, like canceling plans, that's like a thing that I think everybody does at one point or another. I try not to do it if I make plans, but yeah, I mean, it's a little bit like sometimes you just like, for me, I hope that people cancel the plans on me. Like they'll make the plan, I'll be like, yeah, I'll be there,
right.
And then they're like, oh, never mind, it got canceled. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's the best way.
But
so I think that's one of the easiest lies. And then people lie a lot to get out of work, of course, and get out of trouble, of course.
Sick days and stuff. You know?
That's probably what I lie about the most, is to get out of trouble.
Yeah. I mean, like...
Which is usually at work.
I mean, as a kid, I used to do that stuff, but then I would get caught.
Right.
Robert, did you eat like a chocolate chip cupcake before?
No, it was the dog.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
I've totally blamed things on the dog when I was a kid. A lot.
Oh, yeah.
Broken things all the time.
I used to, when I didn't want to eat like my vegetables and stuff, I would like walk past the bathroom with my dish. Like I'd be like, I'm going to like, I got to get a tissue or something. And then I walk past the bathroom, get a tissue or something. And then like, as I'm coming back, I would just like quickly dump the stuff into the toilet and then flush it down. And I'd be like, I ate all my green beans on the way to get a tissue.
Does your mom know you did that now?
She knows now.
Okay.
Actually, she caught me at one point a while back. She realized that I was dumping it.
Last week.
Last week, she caught me. She came over and
I really
she was
don't like broccoli.
Wait a second. Like, Robert, you can buy this stuff. Like, why are you buying and then dumping it into the toilet? And I just said, I don't know. I'm trying to eat healthy, but I just don't want to.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, she caught me.
So one of the ways, I was going to say, if you didn't tell her, one of the ways people celebrate Tell a Lie Day is by confessing a lie that they told. Maybe when you were a child, or hopefully not a big lie that's going to hurt someone.
How often do you think you lie?
I think the average person lies several times a day.
Several times a day?
Yeah.
I don't think a day.
I don't know, because when I think about it today...
Today, have you lied? You've only been with me.
I know.
So something's up.
No, I was with my sister for a little bit, too.
Okay.
I think lying is like such a normal thing for people that you probably do lie multiple times a day, and you don't realize you're lying.
I don't think you lie like that much. I think it's like you said, like the little
I did
stuff.
Lie today.
What'd you lie about? Do you want to bring it up?
We'll bring it up, and hopefully my sister doesn't listen to this podcast.
Well, now I know why.
So my sister and I own a kitten together.
Right.
Binks. And one day she came home and she was like, my mom told me, or she's like, I heard that you can tell a kitten really loves you when it like pushes its head up against your head. And I was like, oh, and at that point when she had told me, Binks hadn't done that to me, but she brought it up today because she was just out of town. She's like, I don't think Binks missed me. I'm like, I think he missed you. I was like, he was like, I think he thought you were coming in the door and like ran to the door a few times, which was true. But she brought up that thing again today about like pushing your face. And I was like, oh, he doesn't like come up because he'll come up to me and like push his face against my face and like knock my glasses off and like rub against my face. And I was like, oh, he's never like pushed your glasses off of your face, rubbing up against your face. And she was like, what? No. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I think he just does it to me. Like when I'm ignoring him, like when I'm playing video games, he does it all the time. All the time. And I felt really bad. I'm like, because I mean, I'm sure our kitten loves her. He spends more time with her. And that's probably why, is he doesn't see me as much. But
right.
It was a little white lie because I felt bad instantly.
No, yeah.
So I did lie that.
Okay.
And then the other lies I told to you to your face. And then you knew they were lies, or I told you they were lies today.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I do remember that. Okay. That was different, though. Okay, but those are, yeah, I get it. I still don't think it's, like, every day, though. Like, there's a couple times, like...
Yeah, I don't think every day either.
Like, I've tried to, like, not necessarily, like, make plans, or somebody would be like, did you do this yet, or have you done this? And I'll just be like, yeah. Or, like, one of the biggest ones that I do, and normally, like, I don't cancel plans. Like, very rarely do I cancel plans. But a lot of times I might be running a little late, and when I'm, like...
Right.
Like, if it's someplace new, I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to be the first one there, so I'll wait a little bit. But when people text me and they're like, are you on the way yet? I go, yeah. And it's literally me putting on my shoes or, like, I'm still at home. I'm just about to take a shower.
I have a confession to make. When I told you I was on my way today.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't true.
You know, which I don't even understand why I lied, because you know I live 5 minutes away.
You live 5 minutes away, and you said you're on your way, and in the text when I read it said like 10 minutes ago. So I'm like, either she stopped somewhere or she was lying and she's not on her way yet. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I have lied a few times today.
Which is also what we talked about earlier when I said, when I do make plans, if I'm doing like a game night or having people over, like whatever it is, certain people I tell different times so everybody gets there around the same time.
Yeah,
so
smart.
My friends who show up late, like you sometimes, I'll tell you
always
like an hour earlier. So if it starts at 8:30, I'll say, hey, Amber, you want to come to this thing? It starts at 7:30. So that way you get there at time.
It starts at 9.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, I get that. So those kind of lies, I do that a lot. I try not to lie, like, when it comes to other things. But
right.
I don't.
Big lies.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, I don't like hurting people's feelings either.
I agree.
So that's kind of hard.
It's hard to not lie.
And I'm not very confrontational, so I don't want to, like,
exactly
start, like, why does this dress make me look big? Like, I don't know. It just does. Not that that's ever been a case. I've never had to say
this is why
anything.
You're single, Robert.
I know. It's because I'm always telling people about how they look in dresses. Oh, well.
Okay, I have a question for you.
All right.
Who do you think the hero of today is? Don't look at a computer screen.
Well, I hope it's not a Nazi.
It's the Nazis, all of them.
The hero of today.
The hero of today of Tell a Lie Day. Who's the best at worst? I don't really know. Pinocchio.
Is it really? Yay!
Do we have a clap button?
Hold on. Ready? Pinocchio.
Woo!
Got it right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Settle down, crowd. Settle down. Thank you.
It's not that great. But yeah.
Why is he the hero?
I don't know, because he tells lies. I mean, really.
Is that like a legit thing, or did you just come up with that?
It is a legit thing, but I don't know why. It's not like, because he tells lies. I think there is probably a story behind it, but I didn't look it up.
Okay, so how would you celebrate Tell a Lie Day? You think like confessing is the best way? Yeah,
I mean, well, playing pranks if you didn't get enough on April Fool's Day. Another way is you could cook up a story to share with your kin, which kind of, I like that because as I was growing up, my sister Kara would do that with my nieces and nephews. She'd like tell them that she was dating some, like, I forget who at the time, but like some famous actor or something. She would just make up random lies to tell our nephews and nieces, and it was so funny to me because they'd always believe them because children are stupid.
Take that, children, even though we praised you in the book day earlier.
They're adorably stupid, but they're stupid, so they're easy to tell lies to. I mean, you grow up being told lies all the holidays.
Well, I mean,
Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy.
What about them?
I mean, they're real.
Right. Duh. Thank you. I was worried. Nah, I get that. That makes sense.
So that. And
I think confessing. I think confessing.
That's a good one. And then another way people celebrate is understand and speak out about the consequences of lying.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No one's going to do that.
That's too much. That's taking it a little too far.
Yeah.
Like when it's Christmas, I just set up a tree and open presents. It's not like I get into the nitty gritty of why it's Christmas and the importance and,
It's kind of fun. I haven't been around children. I mean, I am around children every Christmas, but this year was my first year that I was around one of my nieces who still really believe in Santa Claus, and she's old enough to like express it. And we had a family friend dress up as Santa Claus and come to our Christmas party. And she was like so nervous. She's like, no, I already saw Santa Claus. I don't want him to like see me and blah, blah, blah. She was like so nervous about him. Yeah, it was so funny. So she like wouldn't talk to him for the first little bit. And then like I like walked out onto the porch and she's just like sitting him on the swing, like talking to him like they're best friends. It was so cute.
I remember
it's kind of crazy to think of, like, kids just, how would you believe especially if she'd already seen him once this year.
Well, I remember
it doesn't look the same as the other Santa Claus.
No, but
children.
But kids, they just believe in a lot of that stuff. I remember going to Universal Studios with an ex-girlfriend who had a kid, and I remember her daughter, who was only like 3 at the time, we actually brought her on like different rides, and she just, because a lot of them are like the big screens and they show like dinosaurs or whatever it is, like she just believed all those things were like, and she was just like screaming or like in fun, like no, she wasn't like scared, but she was like, look, it's right there, like
this
like,
one time we were
like,
torturing
cool.
my girlfriend's daughter.
No, she liked all that stuff, but even like she went on King Kong and she loved it, but like that ape at the end, man, that it scared her. King Kong was the ape, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ape of him. But yeah, no, I get it. Children believe that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
But I guess for me, I would confess some stuff. And honestly, if we're gonna decide on whether you should have cake, I think you should only have cake if you
confess
to a lie.
Yeah, that's a good rule.
If you're telling a lie,
I confessed to like 3 lies today. Can I have a cake?
You already had some cake.
Shh.
We had some pre-cake today.
Some pre-cake. We
that
knew we were
sturdier
going to
than like I wanted it to.
If it didn't start with C, it would be pre-cake. That's
pre-cake.
We knew we were going to confess lies today.
Yeah, so that's good. But yeah, so just have cake if you confess a lie, and that's how you can kind of celebrate. Other than that, if you're lying to people, and especially if it's mean-spirited, you don't deserve a cake.
Right, I agree.
You can't celebrate that way.
Tell white lies.
This is the kind of holiday that lasts like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's a weird holiday. Okay, before we finish, I want one more question to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can tell when someone's lying? Maybe not everyone, but do you think you've been able to tell when someone's lying? Not because you knew that they were lying, because you knew the truth, but could you see it like in their face?
I can usually, not even their face. Like you said, I can tell when somebody's not on their way to my house. I can tell when somebody's going to cancel plans. Like, yeah, like
okay,
I'll record
Friday.
It's not just you. There's other people where I'm like, can you record Friday? Yeah, I can record Friday. I'll be there. Like, name a time. I'll pick a time, and I'm like, why am I even like, I know they're not going to show up. Like, why? They never show up on Fridays. They're not going to show up this Friday. And then I'll even say, you sure Friday? Yeah, I'll be there Friday. I'm like, why am I entertaining this? It's not going to happen. And then it doesn't happen. And I'm just like, every time I fall for it. Like, I don't know why. I know it. I'm thinking of it. But looking at a person, I wouldn't say I really know. I feel like I give off that vibe, though. If I'm lying, I kind of
I don't personally think I'm a good liar, except for when I was a child. A lot of times I'd lie to my mom and she believed it. It was a lot of like getting out of going to school.
Right.
So I think I'm a good liar when it comes to my mom because
nice.
Moms are supposed to believe everything you say, right?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
But I hate lying because if I feel bad about it, so I don't think I'm a good liar. But I can sometimes tell. I think it depends on the person and how well you know them. Like I was saying, you know me well, so you know when I'm lying about stuff like that. But some of my employees, I can tell when they're lying.
Yeah, I feel like
I can see it in their face and the way they answer. Usually, they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No."
I feel like I'm pretty easy to read when I'm lying, and like that's why I have to like work up the excuse or work up whatever my story is going to be before I do it.
Right.
If it's on the spot, I'm like, I get like nervous and I like the anxiety kicks in. I'm like, oh, they know. Like there's like it's happened to where there's like a girl that wanted to go out, and I just like I wanted to be nice and still remain friends, and I'm like trying to come up with like a good lie that makes it seem like
you're a dealer. Shouldn't you be better at poker face?
Yeah, I don't play poker. I just deal it.
Fair.
Okay. So yeah, it's harder. I can't always tell when people are lying, but there's certain, especially friends, I can kind of tell.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
What day was it again?
April 4th.
April 4th.
April 4th. Tell a lie day. And
so we decided you should celebrate by admitting to a lie.
Yeah,
but don't hurt anyone's feelings.
Admit to a lie, let them down easy if it's something big.
Yeah.
And then enjoy some cake afterwards.
Yeah, treat yourself.
Cool. All right, we'll check. I don't know. I don't know what the next day is, but I mean, I know what the next date is, but I don't know what the next day. But we'll be back with a new holiday tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.
Bada bing.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.